Shalom, brothers and sisters. So, Netanyahu has asked the president for an extension. He was given a set amount of time to form the government and realized with the people he's joining with, it's a bit more difficult than he expected. Likud head says ministerial postings and other assignments still need to be finalized. They can't agree on them. It's widely expected to succeed and return to power, and Herzog, the president, is set to okay a 2-week extension. Likud leader Benjamin Netanyahu on Thursday formally asked the president for the maximum extension of 2 weeks to finish forming a government that he is to lead, saying that the complexity of cobbling together his coalition requires extra time. Netanyahu's 28-day mandate to assemble a government expires at midnight this Sunday. With the contours of his alliance essentially known before the November 1 vote, Netanyahu sought to put together a governing coalition within days. Instead, he found himself mired in squabbles with the right-wing and religious parties that make up his supporters in the Knesset. In a letter to Herzog, Netanyahu noted his Likud party has signed tentative deals with all parties expected to join, but issues remained regarding distribution of ministerial and Knesset committee assignments. The letter appeared to indicate that agreements have already been reached on the government's agenda, and Netanyahu is expected to ultimately resolve the remaining differences with the far right and the ultra-Orthodox parties in his bloc. A 2-week extension is allowed by law and customarily approved. Herzog is widely expected to grant it, though he has the authority to permit a lesser amount of time as well. What this means that's interesting, and why I'm reporting on this, is that 2-week extension will take him straight into the middle of Hanukkah, which is interesting because a lot of us are watching Hanukkah as well this year for our rapture dates. This takes him straight into that. So his government would be formed after we're raptured, hopefully. Who knows? But it's extending now beyond what he was expecting, and it takes him straight into Hanukkah. So he's got 2 weeks to iron out his final differences. The other big thing you need to realize with the whole Israeli political situation going on now with the far right and the religious that are on his side, this is the best chance they've ever had to push for a temple to be built, because everyone in this coalition is praying on the mount, building the temple and pushing ahead. So the fact that Netanyahu's name is in the Bible code crossed with third temple is no coincidence. This is all set up to perfectly work out the way it's supposed to work out. So whether we see some of it happening or we see the forming of the government at least before the temple situation, this all remains to be seen. I don't think we'll see the temple situation come to fruition. I think we'll be at the feast or the naughty corner or out of here at least before any of that happens. But we're seeing the tentative steps towards something historical that's going to take place in the next few months. If you even look at the heifers, some of the top rabbis in Israel are saying now they need another 6 months and then the heifer's ready to be slaughtered, the first of the perfect heifers. 6 months takes you into the middle of 2023. So that's also very, very auspicious and interesting. So we keep watching Israel, God's clock. Keep looking up and keep listening for the trumpet. Now that the massive, massive trumpet has been built, maybe that angel will finally figure out how to blow that trumpet. God bless. Shalom.